This video is brought to you by the award-winning prop firm, Fidelcrest. Hey folks, with the World Cup having just started, we've managed to find a way to connect trading to it here at Trading Nut. So we've got Richard Nasser back on the show to break down the top 3 cryptos that are probably going to benefit from the World Cup being on. So we've got that coming up. He's also going to break down a couple of teams, including Portugal at the end. So even they've got a fan token. So if you don't know what a fan token is, that's in here as well. And a good dose of technical analysis. So let's get on with it, and good luck to your team for the Football World Cup. Fidelcrest is an award-winning prop firm that funds traders with up to $2 million and offers generous profit splits up to 90%. So what sets Fidelcrest apart? Well, it's their verification stage payouts of up to $30K in as little as 15 days. So you can receive your first payout prior to becoming a fully funded trader. Just complete the challenge phase and verification stage without violating any rules to receive your first payout. And be sure to use promo code TradingNut, all one word, to get 10% off your next challenge. Click the link in the description below or the card above to find out more.
Hello Cam and everyone, hope you're doing good. Thank you so much Cam for having me again. It's really an honor. For those who don't know me, I'm Richard, also known as the Signalist on TradingView and YouTube. You can check my profile out. You can also check my previous appearance here on TradingView like 2 years ago. We made a podcast episode number 111. So thank you so much Cam for the special number. You can also check my analysis videos. You can simply search on Trading Nut and type my name, Richard Nasser, and you can find the previous videos. For today, as you clearly see from the visual, that we are going to go over tokens or altcoins that are related to the World Cup that I believe will get more exposure during this period. You can also check the article version I posted on TradingView like 2 weeks ago. It was also featured as editor's picks. You can check it out. Anyway, it was all like 2 weeks ago, so today it will act as a quick update. Also, I'll be adding more info because, you know, videos are always the best, and I'll be also adding new tokens. So let's do it as usual. Grab a coffee or tea, sit back and enjoy it. Cheers. Let's start with Algo. As you clearly see, I prepared a funny visual, as you see from the title, Algo, right? So it's an Algorand. I have been a big fan of Algo previously, for those who already know me, but the main problem, as I always said, that we don't really have utility. It's a great project, great technology, but no one is using it, like only 1 or 2 transactions per day. The exact same thing for HBAR. And I kept on saying that their time will come. And now, hopefully, Algo's time has come. You can clearly see why from this tweet I've attached here. So we'll now have the opportunity to affordably own the greatest moments in football. Sorry about that. Let me minimize it. Yeah. Okay. So they are going to use Algorand blockchain to, as you clearly see from this tweet. You can also check the announcement right there, which you can also like locate inside my previous post. So that's it for the first one. And now let's get into the chart, right? So as I posted previously that for the bulls to take, over here we need to see a break above this whole range, which hasn't happened yet. And unfortunately, you will see that the entire market has been going down due to what happened with FTX exchange. So we didn't really break above this upper zone yet. So for the bulls to take over, I will still need to see a daily candle close above this upper bound of this range. And now we rejected this upper band, we traded lower, we even broke below this support area, which isn't that good for the bulls to take over again. I would like them to reclaim this 0.3 by breaking above it. That's why you see my alert here. The first one is after a break above the upper band, and this one is for buyers to reclaim the support zone. Meanwhile, this is acting as a resistance zone and we can push lower. In this case, as we dive lower till the lower bound of this big weekly support zone, as you clearly see here, I'll be also looking for bust stops on lower time frames. And I insist on the word looking, because no matter how strong a support is, no matter how attractive the price is, the price can still trade lower. So don't buy blindly just because like it is cheap, okay? no matter how much you believe in the project. Okay, so this is daily time frame. We broke below this area for the boost to reclaim the control. Now I want to see a break above this neckline of this possible inverse head and shoulders pattern. Unless we trade lower and make a lower low, it would remain in a bearish trend. And in this case, as we trade lower till this area, as I mentioned previously, I'll be looking for buy setups. That's for algo. If we zoom into H1 time frame, we can also know that we have been trading the range, upward and downward. The bulls broke above the previous high, traded higher. Bears broke below the previous low, traded lower. Bulls above the previous high, bears below the previous low. And for those who have been wondering many times, I got questions here that what are these dots or like diamonds, blue and red? It's simply my baby RHTL. You can check its website, rhtl.com, which you can find here. And as I always say, for Trading Nut family, you benefit from a coupon code, which is obviously Trading Nut. So on the website, rhtl.com, while you are doing the purchase of the RHTL lifetime package, you simply add Trading Nut in the coupon section for $100 off. And like the lifetime access includes access to RHTL, of course, and the entire course of 25 hours, like breaking down all my strategies and so on, and patterns and so on. And also access to the community where you can ask questions, post your charts for reviews, and I post 2 weekly overviews every single weekend, one for Forex and one for crypto, so that you can learn in a practical way through weekly live examples. So now let's move forward. That's what I'm looking for algo. As a quick recap, waiting for a break above the 0.3 for the bulls to reclaim control, short term and now medium term above this inverse head and shoulders. Meanwhile, until we see the break, we will be trading lower and lower till around this lower area. And the beauty of RHTL is it identifies objective swing lows and highs, because like one enemy of the traders is subjectivity, because you don't really know how to connect, how to draw this trend line, how to draw the support and resistance, which swing to connect. And this like RHTL takes this subjectivity away, and you simply follow the dots. So that's it for algo for the first one. Next, we've got crypto.com. Now, it's not the best situation to get into a token related to an exchange, because as you already know what happened with FTX, traders lost trust on exchanges, and instead they are moving their holdings from exchanges to a wallet, like a cold storage or an online wallet, as you already may know, especially for crypto.com, because last week they sent out millions of dollars worth of Ethereum to Gate.io before they post their proof of reserve, which is quite fishy, and like they say that it's a mistake, but their timing wasn't right at all. That's why you saw that multiple exchanges tokens traded lower, especially crypto.com's token. Anyway, from a technical perspective, we are diving inside this weekly support zone. If you zoom into daily time frame, we can see that we have been bearish, making lower lows and lower highs for the bulls to take over. I still want to see a breakup of this last major high. Meanwhile, we are diving inside the support. You can clearly see the previous analysis right here, that I'm looking for buy stops inside it. But for now, I'm personally no longer interested in buying crypto.com. And the reason why I have it on this list is because of this announcement. It's one of the official like sponsors for the World Cup. You can see the announcement right here as well on the official website. So that's it for crypto.com. Meanwhile, as we trade lower, I'll be looking for buy stops around this area from a technical perspective. I will then decide if I want to get in this one or not. Previously, the bears took over here. We traded lower, and we are currently bearish, making big impulse movements, pushing lower, and a correction. We might see this movement as well. In this case, as mentioned, I'll be looking for buy stops here for the bulls to reclaim like strength. I would like to see a break above this high, which is also lining up with the supply and the previous low right here. That's it for crypto.com token. Next, we've got CSZ, which is a fan-based token. You can, first of all, what are fan tokens, right? So fan tokens are cryptocurrencies that permit their holders to access a variety of related membership perks like voting on club decisions, rewards, merchandise designs, and unique experiences. Right, so fan tokens are cryptocurrencies that aren't necessarily backed by underlying value principles of Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can check them out here. And Chiliz, or CSZ, is usually describes itself as the world's leading blockchain fintech provider for sports and entertainment. CSZ, or Chiliz, is the most popular fan token platform to date, and it has its own blockchain. So you can purchase the fan tokens of any team through Chiliz platform. And the reason why CSZ has been trading higher or standing strong during this bear market is because for traders to purchase tokens, they have first to purchase CSZ and then use their CSZ to trade it to any other fan token. Moreover, which also creates a demand for CSZ and true utility for it. Chiliz also developed the Socios platform for fans to engage with their favorite teams and club. You can check also their website right here. Anyway, we'll take some examples now in a bit. So this is why CSZ is on my list, and I also added it here that I'm waiting for the bulls to take over by breaking above this resistance zone. First, CSZ has been bearish for a long period of time, trading inside this big wedge pattern. For the bulls to take over, this is a support and resistance, right? You can see multiple rejections from around 0.3, which explains my first alert. So I'm waiting for a weekly candle close above this area. In this case, we'll be expecting a long-term bullish movement just like this. Meanwhile, you are stuck inside this area, inside a range in the shape of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Now around this zone, so we'll be trading the zone as usual. We'll be trading the range. And you can clearly see it better from from daily time frame. We are inside this consolidation. As we approach the lower band again, I'll be looking for buy setups, and here we'll be looking for a reversal just like previously multiple times, and this happened unfortunately due to FTX crash. If you zoom into H1 time frame, you can even see it better. The bears took over here, the bulls took over here, the bears took over here, so kept on making lower highs and lower lows until the last high is broken, kept on making higher lows and higher highs until the last low is broken downward. You can also draw this trend line and this trend line as well. Now we had a rejection. We rejected the 0.15 and we traded higher, right? We are currently inside this channel. We had our first impulse, a correction, and then an impulse. So we are currently bullish from a short-term perspective, trading inside this channel. However, as we approach this upper area, we'll be expecting a kind of reversal from here, unless we break above this zone here from weekly time frame, as I showed you from this original chart. This is what I'm waiting for. Meanwhile, the bulls are in control from a medium-term perspective, and if we retest this lower band, just like previously, for example, we might trade higher and then do a correction just like this. I'll be buying also around this area as long as it's far away from this resistance zone. If we break it downward, I'll be looking also again for buy setups around the support area. That's it for CSZ. Now regarding the fan tokens, you can check them out on CoinMarketCap, as you see /view/fan token, and you can see all the tokens, top fan token by market cap. Of course, like Lazio might not be directly related to the World Cup, but we will go over it now quickly because it's like the top on this list. But you can check them out, and I can identify tokens, fan tokens that are related to the World Cup. For example, like we have Portugal, we have Argentina, and so on. Okay, so you can check them out right here. Okay, so let's start with Lazio. Okay, we're done with this one. Okay, we're done with this one, and so on. Okay, so that's it. Let's go over Lazio real quick. We've got for weekly time frame, we don't really have enough data, but we know that we have a big range, as you clearly see. If you go to daily time frame, you can see it. We have been bullish here, trading inside this channel. For the bulls to take over from a long-term perspective, just like CSZ, I would like to see a break above not only this high, but also above the 10 round number and this upper trend line, because now price can still go a little bit higher and reject this area, trade lower. That's why I would like the bulls to invalidate any possible resistance zone. That's why I would like to see this. If this happens on the retest of it, I'll be looking for bar setups. Meanwhile, we can still reject the zone and trade higher. In this case, if we trade lower, we'll be looking for bar setups around this 2-point resistance, lining up with this demand zone, also the lower trend line, as we can see in blue. If we zoom into H4 time frame, we can see that the bulls took over here. Previously, we have been bearish, impulse correction, impulse consolidation, break above the previous high, traded higher, rejected it as a demand zone, and so on. So now we are trading bullish inside this channel, which we can see better from H1 time frame. Bulls took over here, we traded higher. Now, if we break below this low right here, we'll be expecting a correction to start. In this case, I'll be looking for bar stops around the lower band. So my trading plan for Lazio is that I'll be waiting for a break above this entire range upward, like for example, above 11. Or if we trade lower, I'll be looking for bar stops down there. For now, I'm not interested in trading it. On Portugal, for those who like Portugal, of course, we'll see some action here, especially if Portugal wins a couple of matches, right? So don't really have enough data. It's still brand new, starting from August 2022. So we have been trading inside this range. So obviously we'll be trading the range. As we approach the lower band, just like here, we'll be looking for bar setups, which is also a demand zone, as we had an aggressive movement upward from this zone. From a long-term perspective, for the bulls to take over, I would like to see a break above the 6.5, sorry. In this case, we'll be expecting this movement. Meanwhile, here we go. So we know that the bulls already took over by breaking above this consolidation, these highs, and then the bears took over here. You can see it even better from lower time frames, kept on making high lows and higher highs until this low is broken downward. From this channel, just like CSZ, right? Impulse, a correction, then we broke it higher. So for now, I'm not interested in looking for trades here unless we trade lower to make a correction, just like this one. In this case, I'll be buying the next impulse movement upward till this upper bound around 6.5 of this resistance. Or if we break it downward, I'll be looking for bar stops, as mentioned, around this daily support zone.
Hey folks, you ever wonder what broker I use? Well, I use Henko Trade. It was a no-brainer because I was looking for a broker with good trading conditions and one that wouldn't restrict my leverage. Now, by joining Henko Trade, I've also cut down my trading costs significantly with their super low commission of just $1 per 100K. You can learn more at henkotrade.com or just click the link I've put in the description.
So this is basically it for this video. Hope you found it useful. Let me know if you have any questions or if you believe that I missed a token that's related in one way or another to the World Cup. I would be happy to go over it next, or post my analysis in the comment section. Best of luck. Wish your team wins, and I'll see you hopefully very soon.